that a trip to the DMV could provide me with spiritual enlightenment. But I'm going to tell you in the next couple of minutes the story of my visit to motor vehicle and how it taught me so much about the spiritual journey. Welcome, everyone. It's Marcia Martin, the Heart Healer, and I want to show you how you can take normal everyday things that you're going to be doing and find spiritual enlightenment within them. So in order for you to get the full impact of this story, we got to go all the way back a couple of years ago when my daughter was first getting her driver's license. Big, fun, exciting day. Passed the test, we're all excited. She has to go in and do the whole picture, whatnot stuff that goes with it. And expecting that it was going to be a bit of time, I brought a book, and I think I probably brought my blog. When I do my writing, my blog, I actually channel the information, so it's all handwritten. So I just bring this clipboard and I'm pretty much ready to talk with the angels any day and any time, just as long as I can write down what they say. So I'm sitting in motor vehicle and I'm brought a book and I uh, got a blog ready to go. I think I finished my book. I finished the blog. I was absolutely starving, couldn't believe that we came without any food. And we were probably there 6 hours. So remembering that incident from a couple of years ago, I said to myself when I had to update information on my license, oh man, I don't want to go back to motor vehicle. So right there, what am I doing? I'm judging the present by the past. And I decide I'm going to be smart this time. Instead of trying to do this going in, I'm going to do it online. So pull it up, no problem. I'm getting going. The first thing it asks for, username and password. Well, after about 30 minutes of putting in a username and password multiple times only to be told, I don't exist. You don't exist. You need a username. That username exists. Oh, you can't use that one. I'm ready to pull my hair out. But I've decided I am going to get my driving license information updated on the computer because I'm not going into motor vehicle. I remember what it was like last time I went. But after 30 minutes, I should probably be getting the hint that I am forcing, I'm in resistance, and the angels have a better way. Well, it was one of my stubborn days. I decided I just wasn't going to get it. So I probably sat there for another 15 minutes. And finally, they took pity on me, and up comes a little blurb saying, this site is offline for maintenance. So all this time that I had wasted trying to get this username and password to be accepted, it was impossible. And so me wanting to force because I had a better idea, I knew the way that I was going to get this done, caused me to have to experience extreme frustration and waste an hour of my time. Now, a couple of days later, I did go back and log in, and this time it recognized my username and password. So I guess one of those 9,000 million attempts that I made previously must have worked, and it let me go ahead and update the address. When I was finished, I saved it, and I thought, okay, well, they'll send me an email. They'll acknowledge in some way that I've changed something. I think they gave me a little, the information has been saved and some sort of passcode or something. No email. I thought, okay, well, I'm just going to be patient, right? I'm on a spiritual journey. I've got to learn to be patient. I'm patient. I'm patient. I'm patient. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. I try to go back on the the internet, the website, to see whether if I try to enter my information, my license number, it's going to come up with a correct address. I just keep going around in circles. I tell myself, well, I think I'm just going to keep waiting. Any day now, my license will show up in the mail. So now, what am I learning? Sometimes it's absolutely valuable to wait. But if too much time has gone by, you probably need to be looking elsewhere for the answer. You cannot just sit and hope and wait and wait and wait. You're probably going to have to take a different action if you want to get a result. Well, about a month ago, my daughter came home and her license needed to be renewed. So off we go. No choice. We've got to go back to motor vehicle. But this time I said, you know what? I remember what it was like going to motor vehicle a couple of years ago. We're going to go with snacks. I'm bringing a book and a blog and whatever else I can think of to stuff in my bag because absolutely I'm going to be prepared. All right, good for me. I am being proactive. Bad for me that I was using the past to judge my present. So we arrive. First thing I notice at the parking lot, which usually is overflowing with cars stacked on top of cars, is fairly empty. So immediately oh, thank you, angels. Maybe we'll only be here a couple of hours. This is fabulous. I so appreciate you, angels. We walk in and I'm like, whoa, I don't even know where to go. Usually the desk is off to the left and there's a line that snakes out the door and you just sweat. Well, as we walk in, I notice at the entrance they have this lovely covered kind of awning. Thinking, wow, that's nice. Isn't this lovely? Things have certainly changed. We walk in and there's no big long line and the ladies that normally sort of check you in don't have that plaque in front of them anymore. That's not where the check-in is. And I see people keep saying, you have to go over there, over there. So we go over there and I'm thinking, all right, what are we doing over here? This is kind of crazy, but the line is short, so maybe there's someone here I can ask. Here comes a woman, very organized with a movable desk. And she moves her desk right up to me and asks me what I'm there for. And gets on her computer, checks me off, looks at my license number. Okay, here you go. Someone will be out to get you in just a few minutes. Like, just a few minutes? Oh, yes. She doesn't tell me any more. What's the next lesson on the spiritual journey? Trust. When things are going well, don't throw a monkey wrench into the whole forward motion you've got going by doubting or fearing or getting crazy. So what do? Instead of staying in the line where I'm supposed to be, I go over and sit down because every other time I've been here, you go and sit and you wait and wait and wait and wait. I'm thinking, I don't have a number. She didn't give me a number. So I'm sitting here, but nothing's going to be able to happen because I don't have a number. No one will call me to ever get this thing taken care of. And so I guess I am going to be here all day. And I think, well, I guess I should go back in that other line. After all, it's short. So I kind of wander back to the line. I try to get that woman's attention, but now she's already gone on as helping other people. And before I can ask her, is this where I'm supposed to be? Here comes a woman. Oh, the next 5 in line, follow me. Follow her. We go into the room that used to be used for taking the driving test. And she says, okay, fill out your information on the computer. Well, I fill out my information with the correct address and everything, making sure that everything's correct. And they ask me why I'm there. And basically, I've handled all of the paperwork. So already, this is so streamlined and so efficient. And then I go to the desk. It tells me, the computer tells me, you're done. Go to the desk. I go to the desk. They say, okay, just double checking. Checks and balances. I'm loving this. Instead of making a mistake and then having to do it over and holding up the line for 3,000 years, they're using checks and balances. On your spiritual journey, make sure you check in with your gut and with your heart. If it doesn't feel good to you, you're not on the right path. Use the checks and balances. Don't let the monkey mind, the ego, tell you, you are absolutely right, or you're a stupid idiot. Don't let it be in charge. Check in with how you're feeling. So I checked in. They give me a number. I go out and I'm like, it's the most amazing thing I've ever experienced. I'm only about 5 numbers away from speaking with someone at the desk. My number comes, I go up and I say, yes, I'd like to make sure that my address is updated. I updated it on the computer, but I never received anything in the mail. I didn't get a confirmation email or anything like that. And she looked at her computer, does her little typing thing. She said, oh, no, you're okay. You're good to go. I said, oh, that's interesting, but why didn't I get any confirmation? And I don't have a new driver's license. She looked at me and she said, honey, no cash, no card. And I got it. The lightning bulbs went off in my head. I realized we have to be willing to participate in our spiritual journeys. Either you are willing to put in the time, give someone else your time if they're helping you or mentoring you, and your talent, you have to give them something of value, or you have to give them your cash if they are going to help you. Otherwise, you're going to be investing your time in yourself, learning the spiritual principles on your own. Please understand, we live in a perfect, balanced universe. No cash, no card. I was not willing to pay them for that change of address. I didn't want to give them anything. And you know what? I didn't get anything in return. Step back into balance. Learn to flow when it's clear that the direction that you are choosing to go is not working for you. Don't be afraid to pull back, get into neutral, and change direction. You are in resistance and you're forcing. Instead, what I want you to do is flow and make sure that you're doing your checks and balances. How is it feeling to your heart and your gut? If you're getting that uh-oh feeling, don't ignore it. Honor it. You have brilliant divine communication that is trying to help you. And lastly, no cash, no card. If you are not willing to help someone by either giving them a service in exchange for the service they're giving you or paying them in exchange for the service they're giving you, you're going to have to learn the spiritual principles without help. And it can be done, but it will require your time. Again, you're not going to learn anything or get anything handed to you by the universe if you are not willing to participate. We live in a perfectly balanced universe. Use that to your advantage. Until next time, I'm sending you all my love.